Today we're in Tarlac Circuit Hill. We're testing the CF Moto 450 SR. The 450 SR is powered by a 449cc liquid-cooled, fuel-injected engine with 4 valves per cylinder, double overhead cams, a 270-degree crank, and a slipper clutch rated at 49.6 horsepower at 9,500 RPM and 39 Newton-meters of torque at 7,600 RPM. Braking is handled by a 320mm single disc mated to a radially mounted Brembo 4-piston caliper on the front and a 220mm disc mated to a single piston caliper at the rear. A 37mm non-adjustable upside-down fork and a preload adjustable monoshock handles the 450 SR suspension. A full TFT dash with phone connectivity provides more than enough easy-to-read information on the go. Full LED lighting with daytime running lights and side mirror integrated turn signals ensure visibility at all times. Tire sizes are 110/70/17 front and 150/60/17 rear, equipped with CST radial tires to stick the bike on the road. Let's ride! The 270-degree crank makes it sound like a V-twin engine, and it really feels like it. In fact, it reminds me of my old RSV 1000 Aprilia, although not as loud, but that's how it feels. If you want to hear it, I'll start it for you. Okay. So, yeah. Sounds really nice, right? Okay, it has Brembo calipers. It has very strong brakes, although I feel that there's air in the system right now, but that's nothing a little bleeding wouldn't fix. So they just need to bleed the brakes out. Both ends, front end, it has a non-adjustable upside down front fork, and at the rear you can adjust it through the preload only. I feel that both ends are very good. I didn't feel the need to upgrade right away, even on track. I've used this bike in BRC. In fact, this bike is very big for Tarlac Circuit Hill, but it just so happens that there's a storm brewing down south. That's why we opted to bring it here. It's very nice. It handles very well. It's a very friendly bike, and it's a very nice bike for the track. It has a 110/70/17 front tire and a 150/60/17 rear tire. Both are shod with CST. The brand is CST, and radial tubeless tires. I feel that these CST tires are okay for the track. If you're not racing, for track days, it's pretty good, especially for the BRC part, because I didn't feel it slide or slip during my time in BRC. Although here in Tarlac Circuit Hill, because it's more technical, I felt that probably it got a little bit overcooked. I felt it pushing the front a little bit, just a little, and it was very controllable, and it didn't surprise me at all. It was predictable when it started pushing, so I had to cool the tires down before pushing again. Okay, so I'm 5'6", and Unlike other sport bikes, it's not that tall. It's probably just like any entry-level sport bike, but this one's a little lower. I can flat foot on my right foot here. If you want to do that on both feet, you'd have to be taller because I can't. But both balls of my feet are on the pavement. So the riding position is not that track focused. It's comfortable even for the street, I would say, but it still puts your weight on the front end for track use. Anyway, I think you can even lower this clip-on if you want for more aggressive riding position in the track. But for me, this is just right. I didn't get tired while riding it in BRC or even here in Tarlac Circuit Hill. So I really like the riding position. Okay, the full TFT dash has Bluetooth connectivity to your phone, so you can control your music, your navigation, even your calls. You can control everything through the left-hand switch gear. And the controls are very intuitive and it's easy to use. There's not much in the way of rider aids except for ABS, and being a 450, you don't really need that much rider aids. I think the power is just right. It's around 49 horsepower, I think, on the top end, which is just about the same power as, let's say, a 650 twin from other brands. So the power is just right. Although during my time riding it in BRC, I was playing around with Ninja 400 riders, but those are modified bikes. They would catch me on the straights, but I would then catch them on the turns. So the handling is very, very well. I really like this bike. In fact, if budget was not a problem, I would buy one for myself just to use in BRC. This is a nice bike. All right, fit and finish is okay. It's not so bad. I like the black and red color better than this white one. That one's more exciting, definitely. If you want to turn this bike into a dedicated track bike, you'd have to change the suspension, of course. It's going to be easy for you to change the shifting to race shift or GP shift, as I can show you right now. Pakita nga natin. All you need to do to switch this thing to GP shift is to take this out and put it right here, and then that's going to be reverse shift already. I like how the gnarlings on the foot pegs work. They really grab onto your boots and it wouldn't slip. So that's how I experienced it a while ago. Although I would have hoped for it to be a little bit higher for the track, but that's I hope there's rear sets available for this bike in the aftermarket. So I would say that the full carbon fiber is really not to my taste, but the overall look of the bike is really aggressive and I really like it. The side mirrors work very well, I would say. They're wide enough to clear my elbows, or I can still see my elbows, but I can adjust it to where it's gonna be looking at my behind on the right side without much elbow action. Okay, suspension is okay. Overall, the CF Moto 450 SR is a huge bang for your buck. At only 299,900 pesos, it makes a very strong case for a light middleweight sport bike contender. For the price, the specs are staggering on paper, and the ride backs it up in real life. This is John Mendoza from Wheel to Wheel and C Magazine.